It may look like any other wheat crop, but this corner of a field in Barbara is at the forefront of research to help farmers deal with drought. These plants are actually descendants of two different strains, one English and the other from Spain, that's proven to help in dry conditions. And the plants in the field today are the result of 8 years of experimentation to identify genes that'll help the plants grow in Britain when there's no rain.
The three things that we eat and we feed our animals are maize, wheat and rice. And in Western Europe, that's wheat. So we absolutely rely on this. This is our staple. Drought is actually an important factor in the UK for reducing the stability of farm yields. So we want to make new wheat varieties, help breeders make new wheat varieties, which will be more stable under drought.
Some of the research has been carried out here at the John Innes Centre near Norwich, where scientists broke up and extracted the DNA from the two strains. Those long strands of DNA, known as chromosomes, are then studied in laboratories with beneficial genes highlighted by the team. In the field, the plants from that work are split into two groups, and while these irrigated ones are taller and healthier, some of the plants in the dry half are doing well. It's all done without any genetic modification and with the aim of benefiting UK farmers.
We're all combinations of our mother's and father's chromosomes, and it's exactly the same for a wheat plant. And what we want to do in the wheat plants that farmers grow is select the parts of chromosomes that give the best characteristics for grain yield, for the quality of the processes it's used for, like animal feed or for making bread, but in this case for stress tolerance and in this case drought.
The project comes as East Anglia's lack of rainfall continues to concern farmers. They're worried it could mean significantly lower yields. A report by the Environment Agency says the region received an average of 14.8 millimetres of rainfall in April, only just over 30% of what's normally expected. It's been the driest 10-month period since the mid-70s, bad news for British farmers and potentially catastrophic if it becomes a long-term trend.
The average UK yield at the moment is just over 8 tonnes per hectare. A drought year like this can have an impact of up to 20% on those yields. That's the difference between a farmer making money and not making money. So we could take quite humble goals of saying if breeders could use our research to deliver, in those years, a 5% less reduction, that could be really significant.
This study is now in its second year, but 2017's drought conditions have proved more useful for the team's efforts. After these plants are harvested in August, the scientists still need at least one more year to test their findings, and then the crops will be bred for a further 10 years before they're commercially available. If that happens, and if current weather trends continue, this field and these scientists will have played their part in securing Britain's long-term crop-growing future. Mark Summers, Mustard TV, Barbara.